Subhaprabatam, Suswagatam. Bhakti Yoga, we are trying to understand the last 3 days. It is a science of gaining mastery over the emotions. So for this to happen, the first step is to recognize the two main emotions with which we are all made. They are called the Daivi Sampat and Asari Sampat. Strength and weakness, good and the bad, positive and negative. So unless we understand ourselves, we will not be able to deal with the emotions. To live in that. Yoga we call the science of holistic living. It's a way of life. And the result of that bhakti is God realization. Seeing or experiencing or realizing God. Seeing God in flesh and blood. Is it ever possible? In the 17th, 18th century, science started coming up in a big way. And therefore, the Nastikavada, that God, goddesses are all not existing. And what is the proof that God exists? Everybody started questioning. The science had grown, which has started looking only at the physical world. Then there was a need in our country to re-establish the secrets of the bhakti. So, Sri Ramakrishna as Gadadhara came, and while he was born, he was full of that Daivi Sampat. As if he is an avatar, started coming. And he took on himself the task to see God. What is the god or goddess he chose? Kalima. Why did he choose Kalima? Because Kalima is the one who can purify us fully. All the negativity she is able to smash. And therefore he chose Kalima and started working on that. And what is to be done? She went on doing the japa continuously. And even in the early stages, he started getting some glimpses of the higher consciousness. He got glimpses of samadhi. So that helped him to go and do his sadhana rigorously. When you start the sadhana, all the help comes from outside. And he got the help that he was made as the pujari in Kali Devasthana, in Dakshineshwar, Kali temple. And therefore there is a wonderful opportunity. He was being taken care of on all fronts, and he doesn't have to struggle to get his food or anything. So fully he was immersed in the worship of Mother Kali. So morning till night he was worshipping Kalima. So at all these levels, at the japa level, at the mind level, and the body level, and the intellectual level, and then whole life, it started becoming Kalima, dawn and dawn. And he was in the supreme state of that devotion. Every thought he had was nothing but Kalima. But still, he was not getting the sakshatkara. He was not able to get the darshan of Mother Kali. So every day in the evening, he would say, one more day gone, Ma, why you have not given me darshan? Continuously, he was crying. And then he said, whole night I am wasting my time. Whole day I am doing that. What about night? So then he said, yes, I will devote myself in the night also. So he started going to the nearby burial ground, sat alone. So why did he choose burial ground? Because it is here. People say that the devils and pishachas and others, you should overcome that bhaya, overcome that fear also. So he would go there and sit And then he started worshipping the whole night and whole day. 24 hours he was in that total immersion, tuning himself completely to Mother Kali. And when he started doing that such intensity, then came the problem. In sadhana, many such challenges come. The problem that he got was the whole body started burning. And immediately, the Mathura Babu who were taking care of him, he took him to all the doctors. All the doctors found that there is no problem. Everything was normal. But the burning was continuing, burning. What to do? Then the divine help came. And the special thing was given to him, and a complete paste of the chandana was given, and completely the burning stopped. So he could continue his sadhana continuously. And still he was not getting Mother Kali's darshan. He was not able to see God. Sometimes he got a doubt whether really Kali Ma exists, or is it only my concoction of the mind, or whether Kali Ma is going to give me darshan or not. But his inner will said, no, you have to go. I have taken this thing, I have to see Mother Kali, come what may. Then he went on and on and on. Weeks passed, months rolled, and years were passing, and day by day, his melody started increasing. He was crying every day, one more day gone, akrandana. And on that particular night, when he was doing his thing, he got the solution. Why Mother is not giving me darshan yet? He found the answer. So he was very happy. He said, I have given you everything, Mother Kali, but I have not given something else. That I am going to give today. So from the morning he was completely in a state of happiness and calmness and peace, because he had determined that I am going to give that which I had not given you. I have sacrificed everything. Tyaga to Supreme I have done. Every thought, my intellect, my mind, emotions, buddhi, everything I have given, but something I have not given. So that evening, when all people went away from the temple and the temple doors were closed, and he comes into the sanctum sanatorium, Garbhagruha, and in front of Mother Kali he is standing and looking at Mother Kali, Ma, I have not given something which I am going to give now. So he goes and pulls the sword from Mother Kali's thing, and he is able to cut himself down. Pranarpana. He was prepared to give up his life. That was the thing which he had not given. Then suddenly he gets a flash, and there he says, Mother Kali coming in flesh and blood, blessing Ramakrishna, Gadadhara. And therefore, in this, he found that yes, it is possible to see God, and he went into that bhava samadhi. He went into the super consciousness called the God realization. And it was such a blissful experience. The whole night he was fully immersed in that blissful awareness, infinite bliss. And from then Mother Kali could come any time, it was getting settled. So he found the first truth to establish, yes, it is possible to see God. God or goddesses exist, and it is possible to see God in flesh and blood. Then he was able to transact with a God, just like anybody. Therefore, when the brilliant Naren came and asked, hey, have you seen God? And Ramakrishna would say, yes. Not only I see God, I transact with her, and he is more nearer to me than you. There is a distance between you and me, but between me and Kali there is no distance. How he was able to say this? Because he had the continuous living with the Mother Kali, continuously. So he established the truth that God exists, goddesses exist, it is possible to see God or goddess in flesh and blood. And this is the big research finding that he did. And in a stage where the whole society was completely full of disbelief, nobody believed that God or goddess can exist, Nobody believed that it is possible to see God. He was a great researcher. I will say this is the biggest research that was done in our country to establish the truth of our entire Bhakti Yoga. He was able to see God. Then he did not stop there. He is the real researcher. He started looking, okay, now I took to the worship of Mother Kali and got Sakshatkar of Mother Kali. But many other people have different gods or goddesses. When they worship, can they also get to the same Sakshatkara? He wanted to experiment. Then he took to the next research. He became the Rama Bhakta. He took on the role of Hanuman. He assumed that he is Hanuman and started worshipping Sri Rama. And it is the Dasya Bhava, the feeling that I am a servant to the Sri Rama. And continually started chanting and tuning himself to Sri Rama. And since he had known the entire mechanism as to how to get to the Sakshatkara, the first step is choose the right thing. Then surrender by continuous japa. The mind continuously working on that day and night, all 24 hours. He had known that. And with a full feeling of Sri Rama's all grand qualities. And then he was prepared to give up the life. This entire mechanism he had understood. Therefore, just within a few days, he was able to get Rama Sakshatkara. He was able to see Sri Rama. So he had understood the whole procedure, SOP as we call, that the entire process as to how you have to go and then read that. That's what we are seeing here. From Kama to Prema, Prema to Bhakti, Bhakti to Sakshatkara. Lord Sakshatkara. So his second research was Rama. The third research was Krishna Bhagavan. This time he tried another bhava of the Madhura bhava. Radha's prema to Sri Krishna. And this was the most trying and most, in a sense, very difficult to do that, because he had to take on the role of Radhama. And as Radha, he took on the role of a woman and started staying in the women's company. And he started worshipping. But everybody said, what has happened to him? He is becoming mad. He is thinking that he is woman and doing that. But his intensity, his total absorption, his whole process of completely tuning himself was so perfect that within a few days, he got the Sakshatkara of Krishna Bhagavan. So he was able to establish that whoever worships whichever god they want, they will get the Sakshatkara of that particular god. So by that time, all the surrounding people in the society thought that now he had really turned mad. In the beginning, when he was worshipping Kali, he was feeding everything to Mother Kali, as if Kali herself is eating and other things. Then when he started worshipping Sri Rama, he was started staying in the trees and acting like a monkey, Vanara. And the third thing, he lost his character and moral and started becoming in the women. So everybody just thought that now he has really become mad. So they all went and complained, Rani Rasmani, and told what is happening. Rani Rasmani had full faith in him. He said, okay, Mathura Babu, you go there and find out. And when Mathura Babu came and saw his sincerity, his total devotion, his bhava samadhi, he was totally convinced. But the gossip continued. So it is then, again the divine help came. Bhairavi Brahmani came, a great tantric worshipper. And she was an expert, very well known in this field of Tantra. In the Tantra Shastra, she had mastered the entire process. When she heard the challenges and the problems that Sri Ramakrishna is doing, she came and tested herself, the sincerity, the commitment, the dedication and total involvement of Ramakrishna. She was totally convinced. Then she started teaching Ramakrishna various other dimensions of Tantra. And one by one, 64 different dimensions Ramakrishna mastered. Then Bhairavi Brahmani wanted to show to the people such grand thing that Ramakrishna had been able to achieve, the biggest researcher of the time. And she called all the experts in the field and showed how Ramakrishna was able to achieve wonderful things, and he was a master bhakti yogi and reaching the God realization in various forms. And because of her great knowledge and all the shastras she had mastered, everybody was convinced, and Ramakrishna, from the status of a madhood, pagalpan se wo ekdam divya manav ho gaya. He became the God. Everybody started worshipping Sri Rama because Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, and then he became Ramakrishna there. So this is the second line of research. What he established, first level, it is possible to see God. It is possible to transact with God in flesh and blood as we do with anybody else. And then whoever worships whatever God, you get the same sakshatkar of those gods and goddess, and you will do this thing. And he mastered the whole process of Tantra Shastra. In Tantra, there are 64 various dimensions based on the different feelings and bhavas and others. Everything he had mastered. He became the greatest bhakta of the time. Bhakti, he became a role model of dimensions. And that is the thing that we see in Ramakrishna. And this is this total experience, realization, that made him say to Naren, yes, I have been able to see God. And he was able to show God. So let us contemplate on these thoughts before we go further to see how Ramakrishna went into the higher levels of research. Sit relaxed and comfortable. Relax all parts of the body from toes to head. Beautiful smile on the face. Scan your body, scan your life, and see how much of Asuri Sampat and Daivi Sampat we have. Tamas and Rajas are the Asuri Sampat. Sattva is the Daivi Sampat. Make a resolve that I am going to develop my Daivi Sampat and reduce my Asuri Sampat. Sankalpa, resolve. Consciously develop this sattva, the Daivi Sampat, by giving. Every day giving something and recording that in the diary before we sleep. Prema Bhava. Then every day we have the worship of your chosen God, chosen role model, your Ishtadevata, morning and evening. Start with 15 minutes, 20 minutes, morning and evening, if not more. Gradually develop. Throughout the day, the inner layer of the mind should be chanting the Ishtadevata mantra. Outer layer of the mind could be doing any activity, but inside the japa should be going on. The process of surrender. Tuning ourselves to all the great qualities of our God or Goddess. Bharat Mata could be our Ishtadevata. She is full of all great qualities. In Vande Mataram, we see all the grand qualities. Physical, mental, emotional, intellectual, everything endowed in the personality of Bharat Mata. tuning our souls, would bring those qualities in us, little by little, little by little. And that's called manifestation of divinity within us. Swami Vivekananda said, what is the goal of life? Goal of life is to manifest the divinity within us. Daivi Sampat should be manifested more and more, more and more. That's what is going to happen. So let us all continue this journey to get the glimpse, sakshatkara of our Ishta Devata. Come to Namaskara Mudra. Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amrutangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Sarve santu niramaya. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet.